Hello, this is a demonstration of the Attack Surface Detector plugin for Burp Suite, which is an open source extension developed by Secure Decisions that you can add to your Burp Suite toolbox to help ensure that you are thoroughly covering an application during a penetration testing exercise. The Attack Surface Detector works by conducting a static analysis scan of your application's source code, finding hidden endpoints and parameters that a typical dynamic scan would likely miss. This effectively broadens the attack surface of your application for you to then spider and attack with Burp Suite, in addition to the traditional black box testing techniques you might already be using. What I'm going to do in this demonstration is install the Attack Surface Detector extension in Burp Suite and then demonstrate how it can scan source code to detect hidden endpoints and parameters, and then how it feeds those into the scope of your pen testing exercise in Burp Suite. So I'm going to be using this demonstration application called the Spring MVC Showcase. It's just a freely available application you can download from the web, and it's suitable for this demonstration. In Burp Suite itself, to install the Attack Surface Detector extension, you go to the Extender tab. This extension will soon be available in the Burp App Store, but it's not there just yet. For now, I have it bundled on my local system, and I'm going to click Add, browse to the installation jar file, and click Open. Once I click Next, it'll automatically install this extension for me, and you can see over here we have a new tab called Attack Surface Detector. Now inside of this tab, we have the main window where the work is going to occur, but before that can happen, we have to click Options and configure a few settings. I'm going to point this at the local source code, which is where I have the Spring MVC Showcase source code residing locally on my system. And because this application is running locally here as well, I use those parameters to configure the target configuration, localhost on port 8282 in the Spring MVC Showcase directory. Once these options are set, I can come back to the main tab and click Import Endpoints from Source. And as soon as that's done running, I get a confirmation message, and then I can see a list of all of the endpoints that this scan has found in the Spring MVC Showcase source code. So just as an example, if I highlight this row that says /validate, we see that that is the actual detected endpoint from the source code. And the number of parameters that it will accept is 2, and the get method is what is used to enter those parameters into the application. Down below, we can see a little bit more detail about this. Again, the URL detected was /validate. The methods are get, and the parameters and type are shown here. So this application takes 2 parameters, fruit and foo, and both of those are accepted as strings into the application. Now, the Attack Surface Detector did populate everything here that it has discovered, but also in the background, it automatically populated the Target tab in Burp Suite. So this is where we start building a tree map of the attack surface that we might want to start hitting with Burp Suite using its various tools. Now, this bluish teal color is used to indicate that these URLs were discovered by the Attack Surface Detector. And if you scroll over to the right here, you can see that in the comment column, it also lets you know that these were generated from source code analysis. Over here in the tree map, we can see how these are arranged hierarchically. And so far, we have only seen these URLs that were detected by the source code scan. And now is when we'd want to add more endpoints through traditional black box testing and manual browsing of the application. I'm just going to reload this application so that Burp Suite becomes aware of it in such a fashion. And as you can see, more URLs have been added to the tree map. And we're starting to see non-colored URLs show up over here. So we're going to add what we have found to the scope for this application. And this allows us to target only the URLs that are part of the application and to avoid targeting third-party URLs like docs.jquery.com. We don't want to attack them as part of our pen testing exercise. But we do want to attack everything we've discovered with the Attack Surface Detector and everything that has been discovered locally through your dynamic or manual browsing of the website. To do this, I'm just going to right-click on the localhost address here, since that's the application that we actually want to target, and click Add to Scope. And to make sure that we've targeted all of our discovered attack surface detector URLs as well, I can do that on this subdirectory. Now that we've created a scope, which contains the URLs that were discovered through the attack surface detector source code analysis and through our manual crawling of the website, we are able to use that as a baseline for Burp Suite to start spidering. Now, when we use the spider tool in Burp Suite, it's going to take whatever is in this scope and start crawling through it to see if it can find any more endpoints that may be of use to start testing against. That's just a matter of clicking the spider tool and make sure that the spider is running. Now, it can take a while for Burp Suite to work through that. So I've already gone ahead and generated a couple of reports using the engagement tools Analyze Target report in Burp Suite Pro. And this is going to let us see a comparison between a scan that was done without the attack surface detector and a scan that was done with it. On the left, we can see that without the attack surface detector, a typical scan and spidering of this application, the Spring MVC Showcase, turned up 25 dynamic URLs, 77 static URLs, 42 parameters, and 35 unique parameter names. Once we ran the source code of the MVC Showcase application through the attack surface detector, we can see that all of these numbers have increased because it was able to crawl through the source code in addition to the typical dynamic scans and broaden the attack surface for this application. This can be a very valuable tool for the penetration tester wanting to be sure that a sufficient attack surface has been created when analyzing a given application. I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration. If you'd like to learn more about Secure Decisions, please visit us at securedecisions.com and check out this tool and others that we've created in our GitHub repository at github.com/secdeck. Thanks.